Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video tutorial on a basic but powerful tool that we all have available to us when doing technical analysis. So the focus on this video is going to be trend lines. Trend lines are used to give us visual aid to support and resistance levels and can give us projected price targets. On the screen I have a short-term chart of one of our favorite stocks, ERBB, Transbyte Corp. Stock's been under pressure for the past 2 days. I think it's down about 30% from the high. So when I pulled up the chart, I thought to myself, you know, there's a lot of basic technical analysis patterns happening here via trend lines, providing support and resistance. So the first thing I wanted to do was take my trend line tool and see if this correction here is in a channel. One guideline to corrections is that they usually move in a channel. They sort of ping pong within the channel, testing the support and resistance. So we'll see if we have that. So I'm drawing this trend line here from the very top to the next, we'll call it major descending top, if you will. And I'm moving it down to make sure it comes in contact with this first low here, so that it can give us a projection of support. And sure enough, you can see that the trend line provided support later on, almost exactly. Let me draw this guy here so we can see the channel. Let's see, eyeballing this, I can also draw support within the correction. Let's do it here. I always like to draw my trend lines from lows. Let's project it here, and you can see this support, this very short-term support, intraday support. Once it was broken, it decided to test the lower support trend line of the channel. From there it bounced and hasn't quite touched the resistance line of the descending channel, but it may at some point tomorrow. If this behavior continues, there's no reason to think that this price won't test this lower trend line here. Let's see, I can probably take this trend line here, move it here, and you can see it provided support as well. Trend line, let's call this a parallel channel almost. Parallel trend lines within a parallel channel. How about that? So being conservative here, I'm expecting at least a new low below this print here, which came in at .075. So a new low is definitely in the cards just based on this. Let's see what else we can find. I do see here that this low here coincides with this high. So what this low might be is just a retest of previous resistance. So let's put a line here. And so there's a confluence of support here. So it's very well supported, hence the bounce. Will it test it here? Very likely, and possibly break it down into the next support level, which would be this descending trend line. The other thing I saw, let me clear all of this, is this entire move here is a head and shoulders pattern. We have a left shoulder here. The head, if you guys don't know what a head and shoulders pattern is, Google it. It's very, very common. It's a reversal pattern, which indicates that the stock is tired and needs a breather and needs to go in the opposite direction. And we know ERBB has been going nothing but up for the past week. So in the medium term, the price needed to correct, and this head and shoulders pattern sort of confirms it. What's also beautiful about head and shoulders patterns is that they give us a price projection. What you do is you take the price distance from the head, from this intraday high, to the neckline. So it comes in at the high is 0.113, and we'll say that the neckline comes in at 0.0847. So let's do some math. That's 0.113 minus 0.0846. Too much. 0.0846 gives us a price distance of 0.0284. What do we do with this number? You take the price at which the neckline is broken, which we'll say comes in at 0.0909, and subtract the distance from the head to the neckline, which was 0.0284. And we get a price target. So the head and shoulders pattern is projecting a price target to 0.06 cents in a quarter. Let's see where that comes in at. Let's put that as support. .0625, right around there. Let me draw our trend line from the high, drag it down to the low. This guy back. And I see a confluence of trend lines of support right at 0.062, give or take. So that's if you're really bearish, maybe you put or conservative, I should say, you put your buys at 0.064. At a minimum, though, I am expecting at least a new low past 0.075. So this is how we can, come by price projections without using Fibonacci, without using Elliott wave, just basic trend lines, basic support and resistance, and basic technical analysis patterns like head and shoulders. So hope this helps, and let's make some money.